at the core of our opponent, what we have to do then is to see how we can do that in motion. So whatever that situation is, whether we're dealing with a hook, I don't want to be standing here nose to nose. I've got to make the angle while travelling. So it could be, see that, ready to go. It could be that the hook comes in and we're here. Now I'm taking my angle through this way. And so that's the result that we get. You can see the motion has gone in that direction. It could be that there's something straight that I managed to come off to the side. Again, I don't want to be working here. I'm going to be working here with my triangulation, my angle coming into the body at what feels like 45 degrees to me. And this is a key for when you're looking at the moves from your kata. It's where are you going to deliver it? Because we really don't want to be nose to nose with people. Every time we can, we want to turn off, approach from the angle, and then deliver our kata there. And what we've got to do is say that, going back a couple of times now, the irimi isn't face to face. The triangulation, what we're going to do to them, occurs in motion and at an angle to them. So we're not going to be stood here going, okay, this is how I'm going to deliver this move. It's going to be that how do we even come around here to deliver that move? I'm going to be doing it at that kind of approach. So in this way, all the movements in our kata don't necessarily take place on the embusen, the performance line, or rather we should say the embusen isn't in this place. The embusen is that having entered the situation, now we make the embusen as if I'd started the kata here, instead of as if I'd started the kata here. What we're getting at here, to try and put it another way, is that the performance line of the kata doesn't necessarily represent the direction that the person is coming at you from. What it represents is where we're going to. So if I'm making perhaps sideways movement from a kata, then that sideways movement isn't necessarily here with me stepping sideways. It's not necessarily here with me going out to meet someone over there. Rather, there's something going on, and in this situation, I'm going to take sideways movement. Now, once you understand that, it changes the whole ball game. Because instead of looking for an opponent over there, we take an opponent who's here and we put them over there. So this gives us how our kata come together. And it changes everything from being those big displays that we see at exhibitions and tournaments to being something that happens in close and nasty, the distance principle, from an attack that might actually occur, the Hatvi principle, through our idea of using two hands, and then into triangulation and where we aim our force, and finally putting our embusen off at 45 degrees. So these are all our basics of how we apply the moves that we see in kata. And if you can take any move from any kata and just drop those on it straight away, then what you're going to find is that you've got something that's at least more useful than these lovely athletic displays that we often see in so many places.